whether the inner world succeeds whether the inner world success or the outer world success, whether Jivan Mukti, living enlightenment, or the outer world success, power, money, whatever you want, happens with one master key: will persistence. Listen. Not willpower. Willpower means you try to make a will few times. My health should be like this. My life should be like this. My business should be like this. You make few will with the clear idea it is not going to be successful. And when that fails, you think, oh, it is not for me. This is not for me.
Let me openly declare all my last 26 years of life after the Yoga Pattabhishekam 1994, my gurus have put me on the throne by doing the Yoga Pattabhishekam. They put me on the seat. From that time, all my attempts, whatever I tried to do in Ramakrishna Mission as volunteer, brahmachari, sannyasi, I was volunteer brahmachari. Or after I started this Sangha, all my economic policies were trying to revive these principles of Hinduism. how we can give confidence to people on living enlightenment system, and how that can become not only the cosmic currency, even country currency. I was trying various trial and error methods, but I tell you, very confidently, with the grace of Paramashiva, I am successful in coming to a very balanced, clear policies and principles which will intensely give confidence and secured feeling to people, so they will be part of this whole Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha, protecting Dharma and letting Dharma protect us, empowering, protecting Dharma so powerfully, so that becomes a living energy to protect us. I received this knowledge of Hindu economic policies and principles directly from the blessings of my Guru Arunagiri Yogeshwara, directly from him, and then learnt the history, how it used to be a living reality from 230th Guru Maha Sannidhanam of Tondemandala Adinam, Sri Jnanapragasa Desika Paramacharya Swamigal. I wanted to put this on record. Forever he should be remembered as reviver of Hindu economic policies and principles. He taught me, he used to teach me how those days the samsthanas received tax and how they distributed salaries, gifts, awards, rewards. This Reserve Bank of Kailasa, I just started simply Googling. I studied 85 countries' bank structures personally. I have notes, all the technical terms. Just Googling. Simple interest. And then mapping them to Agamas. How Agama describes these concepts, I tell you, end of the day. So many people are praising, oh, brilliant idea, gold-based currency. Hey, only 100 years before these countries' currencies have become popular. Before that, the whole world was following only Hindu economy. Hindu economy is simply on gold. Over. Only last 100 years, these various countries and its currencies have become strong exchange mechanism. I'll use the word mechanism only. I will not accept the currency as organism. It's just a mechanism. Organism should have its own independent intelligence and life. It's only a mechanism, regulated. I tell you. The most non-exploiting, unmanipulatable economic system was Hindu economic system. I saw very clearly, few hundred years before, till the Hindu economic system was allowed to live, before the invaders finished it, how it was. They just picked it up and revived. Just simple interest, simple involvement. Listen. Simple involvement, simple interest makes you absolutely passionate about life. I tell you, I'll tell you this principle which I am talking now is the economic policy, strategy, principle of Hinduism. Listen. The Hindu society, civilization on Jivan Mukti, enlightenment, moksha, whether it follows the Shaiva tradition, Ganapatya tradition, or Sakta tradition, or Saura tradition, or Gaumara tradition, or Guru worship, Sampradayas, or Vaishnava Sampradayas, any Sampradaya. Basically, the ecosystem, a civilization, Samastana, is focused on enlightenment. Let me continue with my understand. In Hindu tradition, the economy is 3-layer. Grain-based, metal-based, and all the precious things you get from the ocean. Pearls, those items. Sanganidhi, Badumanidhi. Padumanidhi means all the items you get from the ground comes under Batmanidhi, like a grain and metal. All the things you get from ocean is formed as Sankanidhi. Shanka, Kanch. Shankanidhi, Padumanidhi. That's all. This two is the currency. And in Batmanidhi, two category. Grain-based economy and metal-based economy. Whole thing is contributing economy. Does not encourage stealing, swindling-based economy. No. The Hindu dharmic economy principles Hindu principles of conscious manifestation of reality in every level. I wanted to keep all the Hindu principles alive and bring legitimacy and demonstrate it. It still works. This is the best. Understand? This is the best. The internal administration was always enriching and raising the humanity and society to the next levels. Art, culture, dance, music, everything was enlightenment based. Everything was enlightenment based. Jurisprudence was absolutely deep understanding about the human psyche, with a tremendous understanding about the human possibility and human existence. It was always prone towards prayaschitta, not punishment. Expectation from the individuals and the way they are placed in society was well defined. Nobody was kept in fear. No way the law can be used for taking revenge. Nobody can be punished for ignorance, because educating the citizens was the responsibility of the king. Principles were straightforward and simple. Administration was more contributing and life positive. Paramashiva declares food has to be completely freely available for the whole nation. So we are going to follow the same procedure. Food, knowledge. See, knowledge is a student. If Guru does not have money to feed the students, you see, in Hindu tradition, the student, not only you can't charge the student has to be given food, given all the things needed, and given education. Intention to study is worshipped in Hindu tradition. So if a child has an intention to study, he becomes a brahmachari. So from that moment, the Hindu society is responsible for giving food, shelter, education, everything needed for that brahmachari. The Guru is responsible for providing everything to a brahmachari who want to study. If Guru does not have, if Guru is not wealthy enough, he has to go for bhiksha. He is allowed to beg. And brahmacharis are also allowed to beg. You can beg, but Guru is bound to provide everything to the brahmacharis and give education. We are going to be following the same policy. Not only knowledge is free, all your survival needs during your study period also is free. And we are going to be following the same principles. My vision is to provide all these services to all the 2 billion Hindus all over the world. More than 1.2 billion born Hindus and around 800 million, 0.8 million practicing Hindus are there all over the world. So I feel my personal vision is to provide these services to all the 2 billion people all over the world. Let's see, with the grace of Paramashiva, we will be able to do it. Same way, in Hindu tradition, doctors are paid not based on you falling sick, but based on your income. Whole village gives share from the harvest to the doctor. Doctor makes sure the whole village is healthy. This is called healthy medical industry. See, only by you falling sick, doctor is going to gain money. How do you expect doctor should be praying for your health? When doctor knows the village's health, my county's health, my taluk's health, my area's health is going to make me more wealthy, he will do research on your diet, he will support you in every level to be healthy, because your health makes him wealthy, not your sickness. Your body is not income source for him. Your active life is income source for him. Understand the shift. This is Hindu economic policies. So, the Kailasa will have the same policies. In Kailasa, we will be practicing these same policies. These are definitions of Dhanam Dhanyam in Hindu tradition. Actually, if at all our next generation starts tasting the Hindu knowledge, Hindu economy principles, they will understand this is the most beautiful, delicious, brilliant. They will just fall in love with all these principles, and simply the whole Hindu economy principles, everything will be revived. My job is only to make you taste the deliciousness of Hindu economy principles by reviving the Hindu Reserve Bank and Hindu currency. Hindu knowledge is capable enough to revive itself, resurrect itself, re-establish itself, reignite a passion in you and excite you again. And just if I share the knowledge and educate you, that's enough. That's all I am trying to do. I have so much more to share. Please understand this principle. This principle is going to be very important principle in Kailasa economy. I am going to revive this. If you serve any temple run as per Vedagamas, you get punya, which you can use not only in Kailasa after you leave the body, you can encash them, withdraw as currency, even for your day-to-day use, which can be in the form of grains, precious gems, precious metals. I mean what I am saying. This is the fundamental policy with which the Kailasa economic strategy and economic policies are getting evolved. Listen. Bringing legitimacy, economic legitimacy to all the religious actions, activities you perform. If you go around Arunachala, the Arunachala Purana describes you will get certain punya with which you can achieve and enjoy Kailasa. Not only you get that,